the entire nation was now united against the military regime. There was a real sense in the ethnic states that this generation at least would grow up in a free Burma. The unification of the country's political groups is not simply a marriage of ideologies. It is the blending of Buddhism, Christianity, Islam, and animism, and the union of at least 12 distinct languages and histories. Here, in a remote village, a young woman prepares for her Christian wedding. The Karen and other groups have created their own education departments. And with no government assistance, they have built thousands of schools. In agriculture, too, the states are experimenting with ways to replace methods of farming that are barely self-sufficient. But the cost of development is high. On the Thai-Burma border, a number of dedicated non-government organizations are assisting these people to achieve some level of self-sufficiency. This weaving plant makes cloth for the international market. All of its profits will go towards relief and development. But it is a small factory, and the needs of the community are enormous. Determined as they are to develop, the resources of the ethnic states are constantly drained by a more pressing need: the fight to survive.
First, I would like to say that the ethnic nationality already has their army. Yeah. Already have their army, and that's a fact. And that is the fact. Yeah. And the second, what we want to say is that if we are to build a federal state, we have to take that also into account, that the state or this ethnic nationalities already have the army. And so we can come to some kind of compromise or some kind of agreement which will guarantee their suspicions or whatever, and at the same time we can control that there won't be any interstate war or something like that.
In response to the formation of the new Democratic Alliance, the military government in Rangoon launched its strongest attack yet on the ethnic areas in 1992. By the end of the dry season, the alliance forces were fighting with homemade mortars and grenades. Every available recruit was called in.
The SLOC launched a major operation against the Klan National Union headquarters using all the arms and ammunition received from China. According to the information, 1.2 billion worth of arms and ammunition was received from China, about the tanks, 60 tanks, I think, from China, and armor cars, and F-6, yes, F-6 jets, F-7 jets, about 2 squadrons, and some helicopters from Poland, and G4 Super Gallop, jet fighter bombers from Yugoslavia.
According to some information, the Chinese government saw Rangoon military regime fighter jets and some heavy weapons and small guns, ammunitions, AK-47 assault guns. Mostly the transportation is performed along the major communication line, Sino-Burma route. From that area, sometimes the military regimes of Rangoon, they used to send some of their ammunition and weapons to the Kachin area, our control areas, by allowance of the Chinese local authorities. So especially they transport rations and ammunition.
Look at you, me through the Valvale through a theater. Now, pick up me what a Buddha shot there, go over Valvata through a theater.
We have a common border, a very long common border, Thai and Burma, or I would rather say the Thai and the current common borders here. And since this past 10 years, many major encounters between the military dictatorship and the Karen had been taking place on these borders. And since most of the people on the borders, I would say 99% of them are Karen, these people are being driven off into Thailand because of the civil war.
In the Battle of Sleeping Dog Mountain, near Karen headquarters, thousands of Karen were forced to flee bombed-out villages and set up camps inside Thailand. In August of that year, the Thai authorities ordered them back over the border. It was the middle of the wet season, traditionally a time when food is scarce and diseases like malaria are endemic. The refugees had no choice but to return to the remains of their old villages beneath Burmese mortars. For most of Burma's displaced people, the refugee camp is the first secure home they have had. Many have spent their entire life running. But even here, they are dependent on the inconsistent tolerance of the Thai authorities.
มาตัวเตอเขาเนี่ยต่อพันนั้นเนี่ยมาเตอที่คอต่อดูที่มีครอบครัวเลยเคยดีนี่คนเนี่ยเอาดีก็ตะกุตัดตัวไม่เลยที่ผู้ขอบุตรบุตรล้อไม่เลยเอาวันนี้อุติอุตอสวัสดิ์นี่ป่ะเกิดตะกุตัดวันนี้ค่ะเติมมีคนเนี่ยครอบครัวแล้วก็มาเคยดีนี่คนเนี่ยที่วัดบ้าค่ะเต่าสุกกะตีรูบากะตอรูบาแล้วอะไรเนี่ยมาค่ะแล้วที่โน่เดือดว่าแล้ววันที่อุตตะเราที่วัดตัดสาอยู่ป่ะเราสวัสดิ์ผู้ริพุทธะเราตะเกียบที่ว่าที่ขอบเราพุทธะตัดสาไม่เลยไม่รู้หรอกเพื่อตัดสาวันนี้ครับเราอาจจะมีเลือผมเลือกบ้าเลยผู้เลยที่ว่าตะกอตัดโอ้เลยกะตีตระเลือกเปลือกว่าตะอุบะสิเตะเด็กกะตีอุบะคนนี้ตะเกียบหาวเนี่ยหาวอีกเนาะแล้วตาวันนี้เมตาลู่เลยปฏิบัติกับผู้เขาอักเดแล้วอาจจะมีผู้ตาจะนอนเนี่ยมาแพ้ก็บ้าอุจุเสพต่อบาซาครอบครัวแล้วก็มาขึ้นบ้าหาแล้วดูดามันเนื้อว่าคู่เนี่ยขึ้นว่าจะจูดแล้วโอเคก็รอ
วันนั้นเล่นในบล็อกเนี่ยก็ตึงนี่แหละก็มีประวัติเลยหิวเว้ยแต่ว่าตีเนี่ยประเทศเป็นเด่นเนี่ยโอ้แต่เป็นลิบเลยโอ้ว่าลุยต่อขอต่อคุยต่อจะชี้ไปจี้ตึงนี่มุตนาผมถ้าพูดได้เลยดีดูได้ไม่คืนในบล็อกก็เราก็ได้เลยที่กลางคืนค่อยเจล้วนจันทร์ตาให้เราเลยมันเดินข้าดูเต็มที่เลยน่าจะดูท่านะเนี่ยวันนี้ดูตันนั่นแล้วนี่มันยังดูน่าจะที่เลยป่ะ
The old policy but the new practice of the military regimes in all around the country is relocation. So they launched the relocation campaign operation in Kachin State, most of our area, especially in the rural areas. So that the people have to suffer a lot. They have to leave their homes and fields, and they have to go to the concentration camp or relocated camp. So some of the villages they refused to go there, and they came over to our side and they follow our troops. So we need to take care of them. We need to feed them and give them security. So it's a big burden for us. Kachin refugees along the border right now about 10,000.
After studying the situation all along this border area, we are a little bit worried about the situation because all the refugee camps are often asked to abandon their camps and cross the border, saying that there is no more fighting right now and the people can move inside their own territory and work. And I feel that the situation is not very stable. It depends on the attitudes of the Thai government towards the refugees along this border area.
Lucky the blonde. Thì nhớ là từ hai nửa là tàu vong mà, một tờ la, từ hai nửa là tàu vong một tờ la này, áo thì hai nửa này, một tờ blue nha, thì hai nửa là cái lucky the blonde này, hai nửa là có phồng nhiều tàu phồng mưa lâu là tàu bù là chụp hết là khen này, thì châu gặp cái này đó, áo thì là này, áo thì là cái này là thay đổi qua tàu photo được này, là cái này bạc rồi, cho được mà cho là độ này là bạc rồi này, áo thì xíu, hết cô hồi cho akha này. Sega tikwa puat tawa pot ga ye cha ta kola tikwa ba han ye cha ne le ti da ta mo kha ne tho da awe tha da khui lo awe tha da khui da ta khat thya ki han kha ne ye cha ne pli da ata kono ne ki da me da ti ga da o ye sin na han kha ne ye cha da te pli da ta ko tawa ta pu ma ta ko tawa ta pu ta ko me he ma si da ma ta ko da ta ba da ta ne he tho da ki ba da hết rồi khi bà đã té tao bụng rồi bà đã té xin nó ôi này mình nó kho bây giờ đi thì nó rồi bà mình nó kho là lấy khi cổ là phát đi rồi mà mua phát đi lấy khi cổ là tích cực phát đi rồi này mua hay là tích cực là phát đi rồi nó họ là แต่คนอื่นเนี่ยแต่ก็โตแล้วมีพัดเดือนนะฮะแต่คนให้เลยเลยแต่พอเขาให้เลยให้กันแล้วแต่ตีกว่าเป็นยังไงวะตีกว่าชิโช่ก็ตีกว่าโตยังเนี่ยกว่าปลีแล้วแต่ในกี้เนี่ยแต่คนในกี้ทำอะไรว่าดีต่อมาเนี่ยเอาเนี่ยแบบยี่จ้าเนี่ยโตว่าจีละคลึกขึ้นมายี่จ้าเนี่ยโตว่าจีละคลึกขึ้นแล้วทุลคุยทุลคุยได้จ้าเนี่ยลคุยแล้วเอาท่าแล้วทุตีหยดตีไปจ้าเนี่ยทุตีหยดตีแล้วขี้เอาไว้ในปลีเลยแล้วขี้ก็ตื่นเลยป่าวแล้วแต่ละตัวนะฮะป่าวแล้วเปิดตีแล้วอุ่นมือคอเลยนะมั้ง
ยังไม่ปัดเตวิยาเลยจะตัววันยังไม่ปัดเตยาข้าอาบุคคลบุราอุตนิยคิลาแล้วยังมามันนะยังพิลายังปักขอร์แกว่ายังไปให้ได้
นี่ข้ามามันนะปัตัวพูดเล่นนี่จ้ะอามาไว้ป้องกันเลย
เอาไว้หาเขี้ยวไว้ปัดทั่วชอดนี่ว่าตัวไว้ดูไว้ตัวไว้อยู่แล้วเนี่ยข้าวไว้แล้วกลัวหน่อยแล้วว่าตัวบุกแล้วเนี่ยข้าวแกว่าให้ท่อยังป้าอุ่นเลยยังตัวนี้ป้าให้ท่ออุ่นเลยดอดูย